everybody, and welcome to Maine Life Media's latest series, Places and Spaces. I'm Erin O'Valley, and I'm so excited to be launching this new program in addition to Maine Life right here on New Center, Maine. Places and Spaces follows real estate brokers, builders, designers, and architects as they showcase a community in Maine that is special to them while touring unique homes and businesses throughout our beautiful state. From cool kitchens to special spaces, outdoor oasis, and gardens galore. So we hope Places and Spaces gives you ideas and inspiration about your home or business. Thanks so much for watching.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Auger, the Operations Manager here at the Atlantic Design Center from Eldridge Lumber. And we are really excited to have you guys in our showroom today, and we would love for you guys to give us a call to schedule your appointment. Since 1937, Eldridge Lumber and Hardware in York has been serving the community with all of their housing needs, whether it's lumber or kitchens and bathrooms and just about everything. When we opened up in Portland, we just had a lumber yard. We realized that that wasn't quite going to be enough, so we have now expanded our offerings to help the community with everything that they could possibly need for their homes, including kitchens and bathrooms here. And it has been incredibly busy, and we're super grateful for all of the support from the community.
Hi, I'm Eldridge. I'm third generation at Eldridge Lumber and Hardware. And if you come in on the weekends, you'll see me behind the counter with my dog, Bentley.
I am an interior designer, and I work mostly on full gut remodels and new construction. I just will not let remodels break people. That is my ultimate goal.
My name is Mcgalley. I'm a third generation business owner here in Portland, Maine. Joke between me and one of my friends who is a rug importer, we always just say we're slinging rugs.
My de-stressor is riding my Kubota tractor around my yard.
And what do you do with the tractor?
Anything I need to do. Welcome to 46 Folly, Cove in Yarmouth. We're on Prince's Point, which is a great location right on the mainland in Yarmouth. 5 minutes to the village, but waterfront on both sides. When Jim and Nikki first brought me out here about a year ago, it was a little bit of a challenge. We were trying to think about how to make this work, and it took some vision. It was overgrown. There had been a house here that was knocked down, so we had this raw piece of land that they really needed to figure out how to put a beautiful house on. So they've taken a year to do that, and it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of vision, but they made it work, and it's a beautiful end product. This is my third project with them. We've done 3 spec homes. 2 have been in Cumberland, and this is our first in Yarmouth. This is our first true waterfront project, so it's been a lot of fun to see them work with a waterfront piece of land. It's fun to see the evolution that she goes through with each project. I mean, she kind of pioneered this look 15 years ago, but each project is built off the last project, and it's really grown to a different level with each project, so it's been a lot of fun to watch. A lot of people knew this house was being built. People are always curious with her projects about what she's going to do that's different and new and unique. We had a lot of activity right out of the gate, and we're hoping we're going to find the right buyer very soon. The market has been very strong this year. A lot of out-of-state interest. All the headlines you've seen have picked up on that, but there have been people in-state who have been looking to upgrade and looking for that true sanctuary house, because people putting such an emphasis on home right now, because that's where we're spending all of our time, and they want to have the very best and feel comfortable and like they have a great lifestyle right out the front door. Well, if you're a seller, obviously it's a great time to maximize your money. We're seeing values that we haven't seen ever in the history of the state. They're as high as we've seen. If you have flexibility in your life and can go into a rental or go to a second home or go live with a family member for a short period of time, it's a great time to maximize your money and put your home on the market. Yarmouth is special for so many reasons. The village is very unique, and it's that quintessential New England village that everyone looks for. It's the first of its kind north of Portland. Main Street in the fall especially is just what you see in calendars. It's just picture perfect. I think in March and April, we were all on sort of uneven footing. We were trying to figure out how we could even show houses because the guidance wasn't there, the rules weren't out, and we were sort of trying to figure out what our business is going to look like. But now we all mask up, we put on gloves, and we can show houses like we always have. And we know people have been running to Maine from other markets, so it's been fantastic.
Nicola's Home is a design firm located on my property in Yarmouth, in my barn, adjacent to my home. We are an interior design build, so we both do interior design. We also build and design homes from the ground up. This was a vacant lot when we purchased it. This is a spec home that my husband and I purchased, and we at Nicola's Home designed this house from scratch, and we created a single family residence for open, spacious living. The view is beautiful. It has a beautiful view of the ocean, which this is the first time I've done one this close to the ocean, so that was intriguing to me. So to design a home that I could utilize the view and create an open concept that had large windows with the rooms could really take advantage of the views. I love concepting and doing the entire process from the ground up. We even do the landscaping. So I really feel like it just makes the house feel like really attached and integrated to the lot, and like it's been here for a long time.
So if this is the bathroom that you design for somebody else, what does your bathroom look like?
Not like this. I know. Mine would be disappointing in comparison to this.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't even know where to begin, whether it's this, how you position the shower, or the light fixture over the bathtub.
Yeah, I know. Magical.
Magical.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen many round tubs like this with, you know,
I know.
that. And you source your light fixtures from all over?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That is incredibly beautiful.
Crystals are, you know, they're kind of in right now. So, yeah.
Take
they're
notes.
wonderful. And this has also the Calcutta slab wall, which is another feature that's just, you know, different. Instead of tile, you know, sort of a little bit of a higher end finish. Terrible to watch being installed. Just
oh, jeez.
like
scary.
A nail biter.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. I think for most clients, I think it can be quite overwhelming. And I think what we try to do is ease the process, take that off their hands, make it a little better. When you come to the barn, all the samples are there. We have a very curated, beautiful selection of really top-level products. Building a house with this much detail, it takes time, you know, and that can be stressful for people. I love what I do. I hope it shows. When people come in, I want them to feel like they're coming into a home, not just a house. You know, I mean, we want to build homes. We want it to envelop them, you know, really sort of wrap around them, you know, and welcome them. I love seeing them go. I love seeing them be purchased by people, and people loving them, moving into them, making them their own home. And I love the next challenge.
People are always surprised. If you were to drive by, you wouldn't even know we were here.
Welcome to our new office Smile. So Invisalign is a series of clear aligners that slowly but steadily move the teeth with light forces. We create a much more functional, healthier bite, which keeps the teeth healthier over many years.
So I'm planning on getting married in the next year or two. It's the perfect time to perfect my smile for our wedding day. Bruce and Jamie are both very wonderful. They're premier Invisalign providers, which means I'm in great hands.
Your future is calling. It's time to excel. University of Southern Maine.
Hi everyone, welcome to Print Salon in Falmouth.
Had enough streaming? It's time to get up, get out, and have fun again. Grab your bike, grab your gear, load up the CRV, and hit the road. Find that favorite trail and carve it up. Tonight's menu, s'mores. Life is better with a Honda. Discover new possibilities with a Honda and upgrade to a new CRV. Stop by your local Honda dealer or visit mainhondadealers.com.
Caswell Farm has been in the family since 1936. My mother is from New Gloucester. My father, obviously, from this house, from Gray, the Caswells. And so we would come back every summer as children to see my grandfather, get chased by the dogs and ride around on the tractor and play with the pigs. And so there's a lot of good memories. I moved here from Alaska to take over the farm. So somewhere around 95, my father said, "I'm selling the farm. That's it. That's it." I said no, and I could hear his eyes rolling. My father and his siblings had grown up here and had fled the scene, so to speak, and they didn't have the fresh slate that I did. They had baggage, I did not, so I was able to see it as a new. And since then, I've brought it up to kind of reflect what I see as a way of life, really. So I'm organic farming here, so we produce vegetables. That started out this journey 24 years ago when I first moved here, 26 or so, and selling to restaurant and waiting tables. So I was literally packing it up and driving it in and then putting on my apron and going to work. And it slowly became evident, we all have this time in our lives when we have a lot of friends getting married, that it was going to be a great place for a wedding. And so it just naturally started to become a wedding barn. I thoroughly enjoy gatherings, so this was not at all alien to me. I have close to 50 acres. I've seen people off in the woods getting married there, and I've seen people share their vows in front of the barn, off to the side field, and I've built this whole new perennial bed, which is going to be home to, I think, many vows moving forward. I have folks that live right down the street, and they're having a small, very local, very Maine feel to it, and those are just so true to my heart because it reminds me of all my family. And then we also have folks coming in from New York City. We have folks coming in from Boston, and once they arrive, they see there is a fire pit, about a 10-foot round. They do see that there is large gardens, not only to walk in, but have ceremonies or have moments in as well, or rehearsal dinners. We have on-site catering. And that's something that was born out of a partnership with my good friend, Brian Coco, who came on board to help me bartend and was starting to ask questions about what it is you're doing around here. And so the fact growing food for restaurants became growing food for our couples and for him to then create a menu for them. Kristen Walker is on board. She's our farm manager. She's working with Brian to literally source out and buy and the seeds that he needs for the produce to come in the fall. So all these people are on site, living here, and it's been an incredible team to be able to inspire each other. If you're taking on these projects by yourself, it's not only lonely, but it doesn't inspire to the level that I think we've accomplished here. I'd love to show you the bar. It's a beautiful space. This used to be the old tack room, so this was nothing but very, very old equipment used for the mule and the one horse the family had. But using the space, you can see that it just lent itself beautifully to the bar. It's an easy, accessible, beautiful spot. It makes sense, and we love the addition. It's great. We also offer pizza night here every Sunday this year. It was less than that, twice a month, if not once a month. In previous years, just due to scheduling. Obviously, this season with COVID has opened us up to that because of the postponements of most of my weddings. But this has been just a joy for us for a number of reasons, because what it meant to me was starting to invite the community back onto the farm. People are coming in here and they're telling me these wonderful stories. They're telling me stories about my grandfather, my father, my uncles. And I'm learning a lot about the street, I'm learning a lot about the community, and a lot about my family just by opening the doors. And it's really been fun. I think people are always surprised. If you were to drive by, you wouldn't even know we were here. And to slow down and to pull in, you're kind of blown away by it.
My name is Mcgalley, third generation owner of Mcgalley Rugs in Portland, Maine. We've been in business for almost 40 years. We really specialize in handmade rugs that are woven all over the world. If you're having trouble measuring your space or you want to see rugs in your home, part of our services is we'll come out and spend the time with you to look at the space, bring rugs, and help in any way that we can. And we've been doing that since Mcgalley Rugs has been what it is.
Rollins, and I started Home on the Gully just about 2 years ago. My friend, who is a realtor, came to me a couple of years ago asking me to go in and stage homes for sellers and go through and walk through with them and tell them, you know, what furniture to rearrange, maybe paint colors to change, and then it kind of just led into other decor projects, and I'm now working on a camp Airbnb and designing that. So yeah, it's just kind of snowballed in the past 2 years. Friends will reach out to me or refer me to other people who they just want their space changed around, because they'll say to me, I have no idea. I look like I live in a bachelor pad. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to decorate. So I'll go in, or I'll go shopping with them and help them pick things out, and then we'll go and put it together at their house. So yeah, it's really anybody who just wants a fresh, clean space, whether you're selling, whether you're just living in your home, or want to decorate for the holidays. In my own living room, I have the Fireplace Mantel, and that was one of the things I was so excited when we bought this house, because I always wanted a mantle to decorate. So the mantle is my seasonal holiday, that's where I change out everything, and I go and get my totes of baskets and books and candlesticks, and I change those out, and we always do like a fun Halloween mantle. And then I have a vintage buffet in the living room, so I have a lot of different spaces where I'll change out the decor on that, and then the built-in shelves in the dining room, I'll change those out, especially for holidays and seasons. For the table setting, once I was asked to do that, I actually start with the dishes. So I ended up finding soup bowls that had the little golden wheat harvest on them, and I thought, perfect for fall. So I got those, and then I worked around that because they had the gold edging. I then found the little shot glasses, little brandy glasses that had gold on them, the gold silverware. I'll get things that I can use in a lot of different ways, like glass bottles, or anything that goes on shelves or mantles, books, old books, candlesticks. I like to do different layers and levels. Find that one thing that gives you the inspiration and then pull in from that. So you can go find what you want for that centerpiece and then go and find the smaller items, and it doesn't have to cost a lot. Like I said, you can, I found the things for this tablescape within 2 weeks time, just going to different shops and different stores and just having an open mind when you look at things. Just have fun with it. I always say, don't go in with this strict plan of what you're going to do. Have fun and mix and match, and it'll come together a lot easier. So for Home in the Gully, I do staging for occupied homes. So if the homeowners are still living there currently and need to get their homes ready for pictures and showings, a lot of times, especially with children, it's very overwhelming and people don't know, what are we going to do? We live here, so I'll help with that. Any Airbnb redesign, or like I said, home design, home redesign, if you're living there and just want to revamp your space. Any holiday decor, and then I also make wooden signs. So the sign on the wall is actually one that I made that I put up every fall for October. So again, even with my signs, I like to use older, either repurposed places or recycled. I had a friend getting rid of a fence, and I said, don't throw it away, I want it. So I use those a lot of times for frames, and those are some of my favorites. I just love bringing in the old, vintage, chippier pieces. I would say the rustier and falling apart, I like it.
When thinking about a kitchen remodel, it can be a little daunting to think about all the different details that go into it. So the best thing to do is to start by standing in your kitchen that you have right now and think about the things that you love and maybe don't love about the space. What is one thing that you absolutely love that you'd never want to change? And what is one thing that you really wish you could do differently? Those are some great ways of starting. We encourage you to have our designers come out to your space to make sure that everything is going to fit perfectly. Our kitchens are designed for your space, so that means everything will be perfect in the end. This kitchen behind me is a great example. We've got a sink in one spot and the range top in another spot, and those cabinets that surround that are perfect to the measurements that we needed for this display. And that's what we can do for you.
We both had other jobs, full-time jobs, and we decided to kind of trial doing a shop in the garage, literally. So it was our garage, that's where it started. We did that just in the summer for 4 years, and then we finally said, okay, we really like this. Are we gonna do it or not? And we quit our jobs, and it's been 14 years.
Literally, it's a huge eclectic mix of home decor. I mean, we definitely have different styles that kind of mesh together, so you'll see a little, funky, a little, farmhouse, just a mix of things. But we literally pull from anywhere and everywhere that we can, so it's very, very eclectic. We are just inspired by pretty things, like in trying to put them all together to make them functional in your home and beautiful just to look at.
We like kind of the contrast of something kind of beautiful and precious mixed with something very rustic and worn or patinaed, etc. So our kind of style is very layered and very mixed. So you'll find the same in kind of our goods here. There'll be some new things mixed with the older pieces that we've repainted or kind of just refinished, maybe given new knobs, trying to make it a little more modern and to use these old pieces and rescue them.
So we definitely take on a lot of projects.
The last 3 days we counted, we did 47 drawers.
47 drawers we painted.
From dressers and whatnot,
Yeah.
So we definitely rehab a lot. We also like to salvage things and then repurpose them too, so kind of making vintage things more accessible in a modern way, like the cabinets with the oars, etc., window panes and cabinets, those kinds of things we really enjoy too.
We wanted to make it feel like it's your home when you shop with us, like you could walk in and envision your house being set up like that, or a bedroom that looks just like that, so that people can see that they can pick and choose pieces for their house that are going to fit into their style, or they can see a new way to use something. We like to mix it up and do crazy things like hanging a bed on the wall, like hanging a headboard on the wall and making a shelf out of it, or do something crazy with it. But it's more to give people a feeling of it's accessible to everyone, like design can be for everyone in your own way.
Every week we have our rooms decorated differently. This one happens to be kind of an elevated camp room with a lot of Aztec print and arrows, and of course the natural element. Kind of doing the main thing, but in a slightly different way, because we're always mixing it up in here. We post an album the night before we open for the week. It's a preview album, and people put things on hold. So a lot of times, I would say like half to 3/4 of our new items sell before we technically open, because they put it on hold and then they'll come in and buy it, or they'll just charge it over the phone or something.
So if you sell dressers and beds and all of that kind of stuff, you have to move everything around to reset the room, because we still have days that we're open that people are coming to shop.
We are probably changing 3 to 4 rooms every week. A lot of time new customers, don't quite believe us, and they come back and they're like, oh my God, it doesn't look anything like it did when I was here 2 weeks ago.
So this room over here, we worked on a set that we got from an estate. It was all cherry and all unfinished, so we spent this week working on these pieces. This is really what we love doing, is things that people can't see could be new and fresh again. We can see the beauty in the bones, so we really try to bring things back to life. We bring everything in and out of here by ourselves. We don't have any extra help, so all the furniture that goes upstairs, downstairs, out of the trailer, over here, we lift everything, bring it all over here. It's actually made our relationship better, I think, because we're just closer, whether it's working or personally, we just kind of know the ins and outs, so.
I think what's great about it is at the end of the day, though, we both completely trust each other.
Yeah.
That's nice to have, I think, for a coworker and a co-owner.
You can find My Sister's Garage on Facebook or on Instagram.
Or you can come visit us currently Friday and Saturday, 10 to 5.
Thank you all so much for watching this edition of Places and Spaces. If you have a special place or space that you think should be featured on the show, we'd love to hear from you. So email us and check out all of our episodes on our website, mainlifemedia.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.